it's matches, and we did our little game for the last match. It's about a kid that is alone at home, and there's blackout, and it's really scared. So it needs to go to the main switch to turn the electricity on again, and so it's light and everything's good, and it can go to bed and sleep again. So we have like this candles that are already lit, and then there are candles we have to lit because thing is about being scared, and it can crouch under the tables because it cannot climb over it. So, well, actually, unfortunately, the mini game matches is not working. Okay, actually, it should be like you have matches that are like a just a resource that is limited. So that you have to think about when you lit a match and you can't turn it on. So and now here's the switch where you switch the light on, and then game should That's it.
Okay, so now we're with Monster Garden, and after that Adam's Lair and Duality. That sounds just coming out of my computer. I was going to play that. Okay, so this is my game. I've been working on it for like almost a year now. But what I did today was make a timer, and I'm really proud that I finally got it working. It's an RPG maker, so it's like really weird, limited programming stuff. But so the time fairy just said we have like 2 minutes. So I just want to play for 2 minutes and let the timer run out. But yeah, it's like a fake timer where you get to like checkpoints and it checks the time there instead of having it actually running all the time. So it's kind of fake, but that's how I got it to work. And also I'm just gonna, I added these characters you can recruit, so I'm just gonna get them, blah blah blah. There, blah blah blah. Okay, got one character, just run over here. This character. Hopefully soon the timer will run out and we can see that. Come on, timer.
Push him.
Then he jumps back and just gets even worked up more.
Push him down again.
I'm trying. Okay. Now the timer will just run out, I think right here. Oh jeez. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then, so a minute and 15 seconds passed. So then it steals a character from my party. And now, oh geez, we played 45 more seconds. That's kind of long. Okay, I know what I'll show you. Okay, sending it on here.
Push.
Okay, but pushing doesn't work on him because he's so tall.
Interrogate him.
Okay, let's interrogate him. But I think interrogating doesn't work either. Okay, let's run out of choices here. Let's delete him. Okay, I think 45 seconds should have run out by now. Okay, come on, timer, please. Oh, there we go. Okay, then the time fairy is like, oh my god. And then joins the party, yay! Okay, then quickly one last thing.
Boss.
Yeah, the boss.
Hey.
Oh god, that character came back. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, so there's all the characters we recruited. And then we can choose one to join the party. And
The bicycle?
huh?
Too late.
Too late. Okay, I'm just gonna get that one. The other ones go away. That one joins the party. Blah 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 blah. Okay, now the thing I did like an hour ago was make the boss. So we go there. Whoops! Oh my God! No, it glitched. Oh, it was gonna be really cool. Okay, that's done. Thanks.
So now we will see a game with germs from Adam and X, Stefan, Skrill, Aaron and Cosmos, Bacteria Panic. Where are you
I can
guys?
present the story here. How it works. Yeah, I was like, I explain again.
So this is a game where you play a germ or a microbe, and what you try to do is you bump into other microbes to try to infect them with your genome. And if all of those microbes share your color, you've won. And you lose if any of the other colors prevail, which try to do the same thing. Actually, all of those microbes behave the same. Once you capture them, they'll do their own thing, try to bump into others, and yeah, it's sort of it's a bit like a fish tank. Like you can watch what happens and have a limited effect on it. There's actually some small part of gameplay. Like they have these energy counters in the middle of the microbe. There's a circle, and it gets bigger the more energy they have. And you can only capture microbes with less energy. And whenever you do that, because your genome gets mixed up, the rate at which the energy recharges changes. So sometimes you have to think about, well, should I now capture something or not? And yeah, maybe there's some strategy. I don't have a strategy right now, but yeah, I think you can see what's going on here. Yeah, most of the time I actually spent programming the shader for those microbes, because they have this meta ball kind of behavior, where actually two textures overlap, and then there's a threshold on the added value, so you get sort of an organic shader. That's yeah, like this. Yep, that's it.
So now we will see Bacteria Panic. Next is Compass Paranoia. Gabriel, where are you? Gabriel? Compass?
Okay.
No idea. So we will see.
Can we get something like that here? So, because the energy, so we can, it is kind of
Please present it.
just connect it to the white plug and put it on the white table.
So you're
You said you need power during the presentation? Yeah, so connect it now. Here's the power plug. You need to shut it down.
Okay, yeah, okay, so, like in the middle of the attempt, I again switched ideas and engine, and I'm currently at a pretty intricate setup to get a single number from my smartwatch into a live music programming environment. That's basically all I managed to do today. The big idea was that I wanted to make a game without any graphics, just with sound on the topic of paranoia. So you have your earplugs in, and you hear sound. And with the compass in my smartwatch, you have to turn towards the sound, or whatever made that sound will get you. So the idea was that that would make you quite paranoid for every little sound you might be hearing. But I really did not get very far as I know. Yeah, this is the compass value it receives from my watch, and I think, yes, here you see the little one in the corner here. That's the number the live coding environment receives from my watch. That's basically all I did today. Thanks.
So, Habitat 11. Okay. So now Bacteria Panic, and then Habitat 11. Habitat 11. Ah, you go after them.
Basically, we made a worse version of the, not the previous, but the before that, of microbes, I think, kind of clashing into each other, I would say. But similar idea. I don't know, how would you describe it?
It's basically just you try to eat of other bacteria. I mean, it's bacteria life. There's not much other going on than eating and growing. So we thought also that to add a bit of panic, you lose a bit of energy every moment you move around. At least if you move on your own account, because it's interesting. And now we see the fascinating game of
It's
putting.
amazing. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It just really interesting game. Computer says no.
So that's kind of a botched presentation here. It looks like.
Just what will win.
Yeah, so.
You must change the video if you need privacy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's connected. I'm gonna see.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
That's what I just did.
That caused the problem.
So yeah, I guess we can just describe it very, very like in a very satisfying sort of verbal way.
You can mimic as well.
It looks amazing. Graphics are fantastic, and
Let's use
Yeah, we can see it. You don't have one.
No, on this around, but mine is
Yeah. Yeah. Stay there if you want.
so yeah. I don't know what else I can say.
Programming language.
Unity
Sure.
and then the programming language. Sure. Great. I think we both were trying to just experiment with stuff today, so I think it ended up being a lot worse than you could have if we were doing the things that we know how to do. But instead we were like, let's try different software, different like approaches, and we learned a lot. But I don't think the product was like wrong. It's awesome.
Oh, it works!
actually game. Let me just get my mouse out.
It's worth it.
So you drive along by pressing and the left mouse button, and where was it? There. Maximize. So you try to eat stuff that's floating around you, and every time you move around you lose a bit of these funny little points. And your goal is to get as big as possible. The growing part, I didn't get around to script it, so it's not there. Basically, you were supposed to grow more and more, but the more you grow, the less stuff you can eat, you can now, in the third phase, only eat the spiky ones. Basically this ones. The other stuff you can eat until you got smaller again. And that's basically all that is there.
Yeah, there is a number in the top right corner that shows your energy, and so the idea was that like you start off being just this that sprite in the middle, and then when you eat that sprite looks like that, you get energy and you gain like more shapes and stuff, and you get to eat other things. So
Yes!
it's a little bit psychedelic on the size of this. So that's about it.
Yeah, that's where
So now Habitat 11 and afterwards your purpose language.
Already love it.
like opening and not
You also have an adapter if yours doesn't work. I don't think it's that. I don't think I have
Okay, so my name is Johannes. So I've been cheating a little bit. This is a game I've been prototype I've been working on for the last week, also a little bit more. I live in Copenhagen normally, and I had a break, like a summer, like fall break, and I went to visit SAC and worked on a prototype. And this Saturday? This is
better.
There we go. Okay, so I've been yeah, it's kind of an old machine. So I've been working on a resource system.
No, it's
Space. It's a space game. This is my background. It's you are on an expedition to a foreign planet, and this planet has an habitable little space. That's why it's called Habitat 11. But the thing is, on the sun, on the day side of the planet, the sun is so bright, so you can't be there, and on the night side of the planet, it's so cold, so you can't be there. So you have this little strip you have to be in.
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's a Twilight Zone, but so.
It has been lost on the road.
Okay. So this is the sun, and it's creeping in us. What? Is it?
The other window screen.
Yes. Here. Well. There you go. Now you can see stuff. Press the button. So this is our units, and this is the sun creeping in, and we just gonna run away. Play. Oh fuck! This is out. So these moves and the dots are the resources I made today. And we don't want to go into the lava because that's very small vehicles. You see our stuff here, down in the corner. There's some fuel. So if he goes over and grab, I think this is metal, and he can go, just go here, grab some fuel. It's there. Say, okay, harvest this thing. It's metal. And it's good for repairing later. I think, it's only taking a little bit damage. So right now the dots doesn't disappear when you've been taking the things, but that's a bit. So right now this is the map is just it's just random. But the first thing I made is a mode. Oops.
That's a bad situation.
That's a bad situation. The first thing I made was a small editor. So if we paint my
Visual integrity failing.
yeah, not good. Well, you're gonna see it die anyway because it's then you can see that. This is also, I think.
Can you die?
Sorry?
Could you die? Could you just
This
move
side. Yeah, so this is the game basically, and I'm not really looking for these things there. So it's been fun taking this. Yeah. So that's it.
So, what's the name of the game again?
Something like that.
So planet generator now and then the beam micro or what's it? Micro org.
Check then. Okay. Paranoid micro.
Paranoid micro org. Who are you? You will present afterwards.
So get ready.
Get ready.
So, I cheated a bit. I was already thinking about the proc jam, which will start just in 2 weeks, and I couldn't think about any of the scenes, so I just started on the proc jam thing already. So, I didn't make a game. I started to make a small tool to generate these kind of textures. So I want a planet and a texture that is I can put around the planet screen. So and when I press generate texture now, the texture gets generated. The problem is it takes 2 minutes. So but I can quickly talk a bit about the tech behind it. I tried something called fractal landscape generation. So basically, in the beginning, I'm making a super low resolution texture of this, like just 32.64 pixels, and just randomly assign water and land. Okay.
That was less than two.
Maybe just a minute. More, okay. Yeah, basically I just randomly assign this is land, this is water, and then I pick a texture which has a higher resolution and convert the values, and then I just check, okay, are your neighbors water or land land fields, and then I just make a random weight and create another water or land field, and then take another higher resolution, another higher resolution, another higher resolution, so you get these little fractal things. Yeah, and in the end I draw a coastline and apply some ice caps in the middle, so we have some holes. Yeah. And in 2 weeks, I want to use this as a basis for a whole planet generator thing, where you have then a lot of parameters and say, this is a acid planet, this is a water planet, this is whatever, and then you can build lots of different planets. That's the idea.
So since we're painting Earth, you are going to just generate a new world for us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So now we will see micro org and then Luca. Then you stuff which is called CPSL.
I'm cutting at sound. Nothing to just to hear sound.
Yes. really sorry. Nothing went wrong.
The scene,
Because I think
maybe I was ready. I missed the first. How about if they tournament?
I say the sound is so, but it will be okay, it's not, what's it called, it's not text, it's just music. So we can upload if we need to.
So we think these topics, microorganism and paranoia. And yes, so the initial idea was to have this 3D floating experience where you navigate a 3D space with microorganisms floating all around you, and there are certain cells that are food to you, and if you eat them, you produce copies of yourself, and I think you can demonstrate this. Aiming is kind of difficult right now, so but if we manage to eat some green food, you see some blue cells floating in the background, so this is basically successful eating, and as soon as they spawn, they start swimming themselves. And the red ones are enemies, and they want to eat you. And
Yeah, so this
we have
HDMI, so I can quickly restart it. No, and it's just yeah, it will work this time.
Yes, and so we also had implemented some mechanisms for the different sets to steer towards each other. So they would basically look at the nearest kind of cell that they themselves can eat, and so that you have this kind of really cool dynamic of three different. It's basically like rock paper scissors in a sense, but we had to take it out because we got paranoid about no pointer exceptions. So, yes.
Very nice. Very cool.
Okay, so now Luca will present the regular citizen and then the thick Turkish sandwich. Where are you? Turkish sandwich. Are you ready to present? Absolutely ready.
So I was late today, and I thought of making a game about paranoia, where you are just a regular citizen, like anybody else, and your mission is to go to the nearest internet point to write your blog, because you don't want to write your blog at home, because then the FBI can track you and then jail you, because you're already under surveillance by the lizard people that are controlling these robots in the streets, and the robots can see through you, but if you act normal, you cannot be detected. So you have to reach the internet point without being detected by the lizard people that are controlled by the robots or something like that. The thing is, like, I didn't have time to do all this stuff, actually. I spent most of the time doing the character for the guy. But I managed to have the animation and everything. Of course, he's wearing sunglasses and a hat and a fake beard because otherwise you get recognized. And when they're very, you have to be very wary because they recognize you even by your clothes. So you can just go around naked. But if you see like a robot or a lizard or something, you have to act natural. So nothing to see here. That's it. Just a regular citizen. Thank you.
So now, notice behind you, then Adam in down. Adam in down.
Is it supposed to be like that?
Just no, you can change the resolution.
It's just down.
That's the back. Left, monitor.
Yes, it is.
You win.
But we have sound on your device, so I have to make it like really low. Alright, cool. That works.
Okay, so we from team Turkish Fish Sandwich come up with the team Paranoia, and you are a guy in a forest, and you're supposed to pick woods. Then you have a timer there, and sometimes shadows come nearer, and sometimes it's actually a monster that's going to eat you, or it can be just a hallucination. Yeah. So it's kind of paranoid. So if it's not a real monster, it's really alright for him to come near you. But if it's an actual monster, you're gonna be eaten and you're gonna die. That's not a monster. That is also not a monster.
You're cheating, you know it! Like, you kind of have to make like a decision if you like want to see if it's a monster or not. If you get hit by a monster, you die, or if you like look at it, you get stunned, and then the timer runs out, and then you die as well.
Okay, good.
So now allowing them, and afterwards, I have no idea. Is the name of the game.
Aber er mag sie nicht.
Er macht nicht.
Ist halt so. Trauriger Prinzip. Auch nicht. Auch nicht. Ich warte mal, was haben Sie Habe ich ja schon gemacht, das ist ja so gebrochen. Na, dann ist es vielleicht super. Oder jetzt hast du das falsch. Oder das ja auch ein Bildschirm. Es will
kein Sound, weißt du, wie?
Ja, das kannst du Rechtsklick auf Sound-Icon, Wiedergabegerät und Rechtsklick auf Wiedergabersprecher. Dann starten wir Rechtsklick oder so. Das war so. Ah. Aber ein bisschen Zeit.
Muss was sagen.
Okay, we choose the microorganism topic, and we came up with some kind of a rumble game like in Super Smash Bros. You play two kinds of Giardia. There are some protozoas living in a colon which are causing diarrhea. So, you try to fight against each other with shooting bubbles, right? Oh, great. And yes, if you collect the Zakotan spray, then you become powerful and stronger, and you can eliminate the other one. Yes. Yes, I don't know.
We don't know how to explain it.
Speak about this thing here. Speak about this.
Yes, that's some kind of a cell from the wall of the colon, because they live on those things. Don't know. Really hard to explain. Hard to explain in English.
Yeah, those bacteria actually live inside of your intestines. That's why it's called intestinal turmoil. So, and they are nutritioned by the body system somehow and live and fight against each other.
They're actually really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there actually an
It doesn't work on
sound?
Yeah. My brother did the audio by himself. I did the weird looking graphic.
I was useless. I tried to do some stuff, but it didn't work out. And then Christian came over and told me that I fucked up everything. So I tried to do it again, but I couldn't. I don't care. I didn't have an idea first place. So.
So now, I have no idea, and afterwards Michel and me with the game that we made.
Now it seems to. Oh, yeah. So, off the bat, please, it's a multiplayer game, so whoever has a computer and wants to play, please go to the address.
Does it work on mobile devices?
Stay on. That's at the end of it.
Can you put that lower on the screen? It's like blocked by the band.
You'll have to give us a few more seconds. 192168, which is what we all know as 2 and 17.
Figure it out. Okay, so basically I came here today with the intention of learning basics of the Unity multiplayer solution, UNET. And I kind of learned that, and then I had to leave to feed my cat, which is this cute guy. I hope you appreciate it.
That's cheating.
And what you should see when you go to this address is basically this window. So at least one person who got in, it shouldn't work on mobile.
Can't handle it.
Ah, okay, sorry. Okay, so we have at least one person. So I was, it's basically the bacteria thingy eating game. We can eat food stuff or each other.
Which network are you on?
Co-op slow. So it will work on co-op slow, sorry. I forgot to mention that. If it works outside of co-op slow, I'm baffled and puzzled.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's controlled with WASD. So start the host, start the client, and you are the blue one, and the rest are the red ones. And yeah, you're getting bigger and bigger, and if you are bigger than your opponent, when you eat them, then you will eat them, and you are losing your size over time.
Why did that happen?
Die Steuerung funktioniert da nicht mehr richtig.
You need to balance the scaling a bit.
The problem kind of is the bigger you are, the more food stuff you eat. So. Yeah, basically made it after I get in the past 2 hours, but the Unity networking solution is quite alright. So if you want to try a multiplayer game, I can recommend it.
You need to fix those nutritional values.
Sorry?
You need to fix those nutritional values. Unbalance.
So, are you the last one? So, Christian, what's your name? Game name?
Nothing.
Unfinished Rat? And after that, we have Cave Taxi. So, get ready.
The online thing?
Fire Punch.
Oh.
Yeah, you're next.
Okay.
We have nothing much to show. Basically, the principle would have been imagine like some sort of Puyo Puyo thing, which would mean shooting colored things at each other to get them to unify, combined with a scoring mechanic. The next bar would serve you up different colors, and there's a risk-reward thing in play, where if you manage to build up nice and big chunks in the same color, you get more of the scoring bubbles. Scoring bubbles would be the rainbow-colored ones, which would actually allow you to remove things from the game field. So the idea would be to blow up, to create bunches of the same color as big as you can without making the game field overflow, and hoping you still have the time to get in a rainbow bubble. Okay, this is the basic thing. Now, I have heard from my coding person that this is basically a treasure trove of difficult decisions to make these things merge correctly and prioritize the actual merging thing. You know, as a player, you use your eyes and you say, okay, I can make this 1x3 into a 2x3 or maybe a 3x3. It's not that easy for a computer, I think. So yeah, that's Christian's achievement here. We have some assets, like basically there was a platform with an actual protagonist, shitload of particles, when these things just blow up, and of course the scoring system. Also fever mode and heat meter. No, seriously, there was going to be a heat meter and everything. Okay, then that's pretty much that. But again, this was a ton of work in that time, I guess, from a programming side. So yeah, that's it.
And now Simon will present his game, and after Simon is...
Oh shit, you're... Sorry.
Team together.
Chris.
Christian?
Go get Gavin. You have to.
It's my first time presenting, right?
I actually wanted to just experiment a little with cave creation, and since I really like Nuclear Throne and the simple way they create caves by just having like basically walkers walk around and turn left and right, and then create basically ground tile and then keep going or die and create new walkers. I tried this out and experimented a little with it. This is basically the result of the cave creation. And but then like only half the day was over, and I tried to think of a game, and I don't know if anyone knows the original of this game. It's called
Space Taxi.
Yes, Space Taxi. I really like it. So I tried to make a quick cheap rip-off of the game, and I chose a really bad remix of Peer Gynt's Halle des Bergkönigs. The game is not working anymore, which is awesome! Let me try it. Happened to me before. Yes, awesome. Can I restart it once again, please?
Is the controller plugged in?
I don't know, every time I close the lid, it's plugged in, everything should be right, it's not recognizing it anymore. I mean, there's not super much to see, but we'd at least like to show it.
So you get animation mode.
Yes. Yes. So it's, it's just you fly around with your taxi, of course, and then you try to find little people. And you try so you try to pick them up. Even if you drop
But the person is okay.
So it's a good thing they don't die. And then this like in the I can show it here really quick. So like these boxes, they're basically the destinations. So you pick them up and you drop them there, and there's like super happy there, and then float around.
They're more angry.
More angry.
It's like hell.
Yes.
Boiling water.
So now Chris will present Go Get Gubbins, and then Tim Drake, you will be the last to present today.
Who is Team Drake? Do we have HDMI?
HDMI.
Alright.
The game? Maybe, yeah. It's like a party story. It's like it's upside down or something.
So basically, I just wanted to show what I've been working on today. Like, so it's basically also Chili. It's for a Spanish project, which I've been mostly doing programming for, but also the integration into meeting stuff. And today I've been mostly doing some animation integration. So it's a mobile game. And it's basically a very simple game where you just basically just take your phone. It's a multiplayer game, so you take your phone in the real world and the other person and stuff, and you just hide it in the room, and then it gives off sounds and vibrations and stuff, and then the other person has to find it. So it's very simple in itself. So you can like play and then character. And then you pick the difficulty level and play, and then you just change the phone and do things. So that's hiding. And then, yeah, I also did this today, that it's like counting and sounds. And I did it so that there's an outline here, but
But actually nobody would see it, right? Because it's hidden.
Yeah. True, yes. But it's yeah, I still haven't really got the concept of it. I'm more the person who's executing it, so yeah, but yeah, also in these screens, so it's kind of cool. Like today it came kind of together that you can, you already could do that before, that you can like switch parts and stuff. So you can do that. So you can put that with the nose and stuff. That's really sad. Angel wings. And the backgrounds and all this. Yeah, so it was nice to see today to get the animation together with the randomization and stuff. Oh.
Open the gift.
Oh, there's an arrow. Oh, there's an arrow. Oops. Thanks.
Wir schicken bestimmt die Leute auf der Straße tun das ganz oft mit dir. Aber du nicht,
Still wait there. If it's a wooden table, it works well. It's a white table.
So, der Mario natürlich.
Gespielt? Ich habe noch nie gespielt. Alright, the game. Somebody.
Full screen. Right click on the inspector then.
That works. The game we did was basically a game about germs and dirt, so it's called Phil. And the
contamination.
Yeah, the character is basically a germophobist who is scared of germs and dirt, and he has to go out to the store and has to face various obstacles like atomic waste cans and the smoke from cars and cats he wants to pet but he can't because they are full of germs. And basically you have to navigate your way through the world and try to stay as uncontaminated as possible And the more contaminant you get, the weirder the games get. The weirder the game gets, because you get more and more paranoid about all these germs. You see the contamination level is rising as you go, and you have your little you have a little spray can with which you can apply this decontamination spray to yourself. So yeah, so that you can stay unharmed for the time where you apply it to you. And the more contaminated you get, we plan to switch up the controls so that it gets actually really hard to navigate. Like the more paranoid you get, the more it's harder to actually stay healthy. And in the end, he just goes to the ground and he just doesn't want to move anymore. Just goes into fetal and walks back and forth. And you have to restart the game when you're running. And we also planned to add music, which was his job. We did the programming, and we had a few artists who aren't here anymore. One of our artists is here, and Ace has already left. And yeah, it was planned that the music gets weirder and weirder with the more contaminated you become. So basically, it gets a full psycho trip, if you want to say. And we have prepared the audio samples because we weren't able to integrate them in time into the project, so that we can actually show this work too.
Yeah, well, it's not integrated, but I played anyway because that's all I did today. I'm like, oh, I want to show my stuff. And I actually had more time, so I added the narrator who tells the story of Bob. That's Bob. His name Bob. I didn't ask anybody. I just. So it's integrated in the audio track. So if you just listen, I tried to use that speaker. I think it's better.
And it's being played. The higher the contamination gets.
Yeah, right. So the track starts like really peacefully in an environment because he's home and everything is clean. And then when he moves out, and actually like we planned that the optic is getting stranger and colors moving, but you know how it is. And the controls and stuff, but also reflecting the music. And I will show you this now, hopefully. Let's see. No. Yes, maybe. No. 1 second. I should have done it before.
Yeah.
We're waiting on it for you.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Take your time.
Yeah, I like it. I like the attention.
It's only getting later.
It's in the notebook or is it in the notebook or
maybe
already 2 or 3 years.
There was. We missed it. We can go now. It's very fast, so.
Yeah, maybe I put it on the HDMI version.
Could be VR, yes.
Is there an actual audio
technology?
Like
they could have, it's not connected directly to HDMI. It's total shit. Otherwise, yes, it is. I was really annoyed when I found out.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's this one. It's a display audio.
Realtek high definition audio.
No, it's a display audio, right? Okay, that's fine. Sorry guys. But here's the story form.